Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Mark Ogden joins us. We've got Ale and Stevie here in the studio. We've got a few questions about Manchester United, which probably won't come as too much of a surprise. All right, let me start with you then, Mark. How high or low could Manchester United finish in the league table this season?
I don't think they'll go much further down because they have got quite a decent buffer between themselves and the relegation dogfight, but I don't see them scoring many goals. So I think if they get in the top 10, that'll be a good return on this season. So 10th.
Higher or lower, Stevie?
Well, they can't score goals.
Is that a problem, Stevie?
I think it is. The last time I looked, I think that was a problem.
Yeah, but might get a goalkeeper punching one in for them.
I'll go 9. I'll say 9.
9. All right. Do you want to get involved, Ale?
I'm going to go 8. But that's it. We're capping it at 8.
Right, there's a cap. Okay. Stevie, is Ruben Amorim bringing more negativity than positivity to the team?
Do you know, I think I can honestly say, I don't think he's bringing negativity. I think he's probably trying to G some people up. I don't think he's bringing positivity. I think so far, he hasn't brought anything. I think it's a blank.
Brought a bit of passion and anger to the dressing room, Mark.
I actually don't see anything that he's brought. I don't.
Mark.
I think he's brought realism. I think that's what Man United have needed. I think he's said a few home truths and he's realised that certain players aren't good enough and he's moved them out. I think he's exposed some weaknesses and I think that is what United needed, but it's hard for them to hear. It's hard for the players to hear and it's hard for the owners and the management above him to hear because they're going to have to find some way to give him what he needs to make United better. And it's going to be a long way back, but I do think he's given him a reality check and that is a positive. So, and a negative. So it's a tough one to judge, really. But yeah, he's brought some reality.
So that's nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. There we go. Ale, as a professional, how long does it take to get over a loss like Man City had yesterday? How long does it take to get out of your mind? Or does it stick around in the back of your mind for the rest of the season?
Well, in the case of Manchester City, they've had plenty of disappointing losses over the last 2 months, so they have a few to choose from. And that, I think, is the most concerning part, that it's not going away. Usually, when you have a tough loss, the best thing that can happen is that you go back onto the field and you play again and you get it out of your system. And usually, in the past, that has been the case for Manchester City. That they get back on the field, they get back to winning, and everything is done. You turn the page. In this case, it's a never-ending page. You can never turn it if you're Manchester City because it's been 2 months of the same thing. And you start, as a player, you start believing that instead of we're going to turn this around, it quickly becomes we're never turning this around. And that is a really, really slippery slope and a scary place to be as a team.
They're just in a fog,
Oh, yeah.
They're in a fog.
Fog.
Usually you get back on the horse, as Ali said. But this team's drifting along in a fog.
And I would say, Stevie, as well, that once that momentum starts going in the wrong direction and you don't have answers, right, and you're searching and you're grasping, that momentum effect, you're holding on. And you're pumping the brake. You're pumping the brake like pump, and it's never slowing down. And you're never able, seemingly, you're never able to get out of it as a player. And it makes every training session hard work. It makes every game hard work. It makes everything so difficult.
Couldn't do with a few more horse puns there, Stevie.
Whoa.
Okay, for Stevie, over or under 1.5 trophies for Liverpool this season?
So that would be 2 trophies, Stevie.
Who's the other semi-final of the Carabao Cup?
The other semi-final in the Carabao Cup.
Well, they
Liverpool's Tottenham.
Yes.
But who's the other one?
Arsenal and Newcastle.
Sorry?
Arsenal and Newcastle.
Yeah.
Newcastle are up.
Right. Ooh. Can you come back to me?
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
All right, your turn, Stevie.
You are the nucleus of this question, Stevie. You are the star.
Do you know what? I'm going to go 1, Premier League. Because actually, really and truly, that's the only one that really, really matters the most. So I'll take 1.5 if that was possible, but I'll absolutely take 1 if it's the Premier League.
Right, you'll take under if it's the Premier League.
Yes.
You know that if you pick 2, you still can win the Premier League.
I'm not greedy.
All right, okay.
Ah, so generous. So generous.
Well,
okay. What would you do if you were Marcus Rashford? All right, let me start with you, Mark. What would you do if you were Marcus Rashford?
What's the choice?
yeah. He's doing the only thing he can do. Train hard. Apparently he's training hard. Apparently he's doing extra. That's the only thing he can do right now. He can do nothing else.
Sit on the bench at Barca?
Do you know what I do? Listen, I think it's gone sour for him at United, but I think if he takes a step back, the best option for him is to stay at United and get his head down, because he's only going to go to Barcelona if he goes there and stay on the bench. It's not going to work out at Barcelona. He don't want to go to Saudi Arabia. He's too young to go to MLS. He didn't want to go to Milan. If he really thinks about it, is he going to play for a bigger club than Man United and earn bigger money than he's earning at Man United right now? He's not really. So he really needs to take a look at himself and think, right, I've got to clear the air, whatever the situation is with United and Amorim, and say, look, I really want to give this a last chance, because although United are in a mess right now, wherever he goes from United will be going down. So he really needs to salvage it and find a way to get back to what he was 2 or 3 years ago.
He needs to do a Rocky.
Oh.
He needs to do a Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
What, go running through the streets of Manchester in grey sweats?
Go back to basics.
Uh-huh.
Nothing fancy.
Uh-huh.
Dirty old clothes. Working hard.
Yeah.
Climbing up the ladder again. That's what he's got to do. Rocky
Shouting
Balboa.
Adrian into the sky.
Yeah. Change his wife's name. Take his ring. Get a dog. All that.
Okay. So, in preparation for Rocky 4?
Correct.
Okay.
Rocky.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Do a Rocky. Do you like that, Ale?
Well, yes, what Stevie said, grind. Grind. He's got to get back to grinding. That's the only thing you can control.
But Stevie, is Barcelona
What was that, Rocky?
the most entertaining team right now? Were you not
No, I don't think
entertained
so.
the other night, though?
I don't think so. I think Liverpool are as entertaining as
Oh,
anybody.
really?
There it is.
Well, hold on a second. Every man and his dog, not just on our programme, is talking about how consistent Liverpool are, how great they are going forward, they're scoring goals.
That's what Ale's dog's been saying, to be fair, every
Barcelona
day.
recently haven't been doing it. Who was it, Leganés at the weekend?
No, that was Atletico Madrid. Getafe.
Getafe.
Yes.
So no, I don't think Barcelona are the most entertaining team right now.
Well, I would
If you
say
asked
that.
me this after about 3 or 4 games at the start of the season, I would have said yes. At that stage, they were averaging 4 goals a game, right? But right now, no.
Okay.
Well, what I would say is that what Arne Slot has brought to Liverpool is what you were just doing with the horse, a little bit of, a little bit of control.
And then letting the rain
Yeah,
flow.
yes. So in terms of entertainment value, if you're neutral and you're watching Barcelona play, you can get anything out of the game. It could be a 5-4 as it was against Benfica. It could be the dominance that they had over Real Madrid in the Supercopa de España final. In fact, I bring the name up of Real Madrid. That's another entertaining team, because neither one of those teams, what they have in common, neither one of those teams can defend, which makes their games entertaining. They're going to score because they're talented going forward, and they're going to give up goals because they can't defend. So in terms of that level of entertainment, I will take both Barcelona and Real Madrid right now.
I think you've changed my mind, Ali.
Oh, all right. Well, good.
Yeah, we'll go with Barcelona.
All right.
I was thinking,
Yeah, because
they've been
can't
two of the most entertaining recent games that you mentioned, and he's like, well, there was a tafe.
Yeah, they can't defend.
Okay, can I?
So I'm with you.
Yes,
All right,
you can,
happy
Mark.
days.
Please, come on in.
So, although Liverpool and Barcelona are great to watch, I'm going to chuck a curveball and say Bournemouth. Bournemouth are brilliant to watch at the moment. They just go anywhere and score goals. You know, they scored 3 at Old Trafford,
They have been, yeah.
4 at Newcastle. I'm going to say Bournemouth. Bournemouth is a kind of a bit of an outsider.
That's fair enough. Yep. Fair enough.
All right.
Yep.
Not going to
Okay.
argue with that.
Fair point, Mark, but you can keep Bournemouth, though.
Yeah.
Okay, this is for all of you. Let me start with you, Mark. Mark, who is your favourite player at the moment?
Favourite player at the moment? Blimey. It's a tough one, that. Ahmed Diallo. There you go.
Diallo. Yeah.
Wow.
LA?
Because it's a
Talk about-
surprise. I mean, I could say Mo Salah or Cole Palmer, but I just think Diallo Ahmed's just had a real surprise, and he's done really well. He's carried United recently.
Well, we just mentioned Barcelona. If they're the most entertaining, part of the reason as to why they're entertaining is because of Lamine Yamal. But I don't want to mention Barcelona without mentioning my boy, my guy, Pedri, who is getting back to that level of play. He continues to be such a clean player with his touches under pressure, getting away from defenders, and doesn't look like the most athletic guy, but the quality with which he plays the game goes through his brain first and then out onto the field. He, again, his issues have been injuries, but when he's healthy, he's getting back to his best.
Stevie?
It's hard not to think of Rafinha and Yamin Lamel,
Or Lamine Yamal.
or his brother Yamin Yamal. What's his name?
Don't worry.
Yamin
It
Yamal.
happens to the best.
Lamine Yamal.
Lamine
Even the
Yamal.
Spanish get mixed up
Yamin,
sometimes.
Yamin, that's his brother, isn't it?
Just say Yamal.
Hi, Yamal and Rafinha. I appreciate Van Dijk and Gravenberg a lot, but I guess I'm going to go Rafinha right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good shout.
Can't believe you didn't go for Nick Voltemade right now.
Is that your guy?
Yes, that's my guy right now.
I would have gone for the other guy, but I can't say it. Yeah, him.
That young one was really good.
Yeah, the young lad.
That young lad.
Yeah.
All right.
Young whippersnapper.
Thank you so much for sending in your questions.
Great future, he said.
We'll be back tomorrow and do it all over again. What's his name again?
Who?